Hi, welcome to the Performance Cafe for our Tuesday solo. I hope that you had a great weekend and that the week is treating you well and that business is on the up and up. I feel like there's a little bit more activity and sort of like more motivation in there. It was always good for us. And today I've got an interesting topic to discuss with you. So firstly, on Friday, we're going to post the first half of our discussion with our coffee companion, Deanne Chatterton. And it was interesting that when we spoke about performance, Deanne kept on coming back to, are we doing enough to understand where we're at? What does COVID mean? What does this mean for the world of work and that kind of thing? A very valid point. And when we had finished speaking, I sort of thought of the concept of psychological safety. Now, psychological safety is such a concept that we almost don't need to explain. It should be that intrinsic, but I don't think it is in many of our companies. So I'll give you an idea. I've started doing some training today. I'm attending, not presenting, which is the first point of uncertainty for me. And I'm on a group it's a virtual training, so it's a Zoom with 20 people, lovely people from all over Africa, and it's going so well. But now one of my strengths is communication, and I also love learning. So if someone asks a question, I've got the first answer. If someone asks for opinion, I'm going to give it. And so I've got to be wary that, my strengths don't override the whole conversation. So I'm aware of this, so I try and manage it. But you still do sort of initially try and suss out, okay, how much does everyone speak, and when am I taking over, when am I not? And that's what we want to get to when we say psychological safety. People must not sit and wonder, am I being judged? Am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Who's checking me? Is someone going to go and tell? So it's basically when we talk about creating psychological safety with an organization, it means that people know that they are seen and recognized, and that if they take risk, that's okay because people understand where it's coming from. Me and my Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I absolutely adore it. And so at the bottom of it, it speaks about physiological and security safety. So it talks about, do I have a roof over my head? Do I have enough to eat? That kind of thing. And then it talks about security. It's like, am I safe? Does my house's doors lock and can all the windows close? And so if we take that as a sort of very basic starting point, psychological safety is more or less in there. It's, do I have the very minimum that I need in order to be safe here? Now, actually, Maslow takes that a step up and he says, right, what does that look like? Do I belong? Am I loved? Because what happens is if I belong and I'm loved, immediately there's empathy, right? If I belong in the organization, I've got a good name in the organization. If I take a risk or I do something wrong or I, unintentionally offend, people go, oh, hold on, that person doesn't mean it poorly. That's just their way. Or, that's maybe just in that situation, they got it wrong. And so I want to ask you, what do you feel around psychological safety? How do you feel at work? How do you feel in your community? How do you feel at the sports club? Right? Check it out. See how it impacts performance, because people who do not feel psychologically safe cannot perform because they cannot take risk. They cannot go the extra mile. And so it's important to always have a handle on what's the level of psychological safety in your environment, in your team, and in your business. And that's me for today. And then I will see you again on Friday when we have the first chat with Deanne. We really had such a marvelous time. I'm hoping you're going to join us and learn from all the valuable information she shared. And as always, if you found us on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you found us on LinkedIn or Facebook, please like and then forward and follow us there. And go to YouTube and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you on Friday.